I procrastinate on things that I don't enjoy doing.
Right. Okay.
So therefore, if I really enjoy doing it, I'm not gonna procrastinate. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna be excited about getting it done. I'm probably get it done earlier than the due date. But if it's something I really don't want to do, yeah, I'm gonna put it off. Hey, I can wait till the due date. I'm gonna do it. So I think for me, it's more about how much passion you have in it will determine how much you procrastinate on it.
Gotcha.
What is up, my people?
What's up, what's up,
with
what's
you
up?
with the episode 12 of the Pops and the Soaps.
Episode 11, dog. Said 12.
It's actually 12.
Episode 12, dog. Like I said.
Hey, we've been making so many, it's hard to keep up after a while.
Is it really that hard, guys? We were episode
Sorry,
12. Nah,
Sorry,
we ain't restarting.
Nah,
again.
We are here with episode 12 of Pops
12?
and Socks.
It
We
is
here
12.
to stimulate your mind.
I can't even
Put
think
it in
what episode we
overtime.
on.
Let's rhyme.
My fault.
How was y'all's weeks? Let's get it started quick and early.
Hit it with it.
We was fantastic this week. Had a lot of things break open in prayer, per usual, because the Lord is on
There
the
we
way.
go.
Some stuff I'm still waiting on, but
Uh-huh.
Lord is on the way.
He's on the way.
On the way.
On the way.
On the way.
On the
What
way.
about yours, young brother?
Week's been fantastic. Like I said, got a father victory this week.
You want a victory?
We want a
victory?
Look, my daughter has now started to potty train herself.
Herself. Oh,
Herself out
She
here.
gonna leave the house by the time she's 10.
Oh, look, Matilda.
I'm telling you now.
Matilda out
I'm telling
here.
you now.
So, but yeah, my week's been great, fantastic. Glad to be back in the house of the podcast land. So
I like it.
hey, let's kick it off.
Nah, let's ask me
get
how my
the
week
people.
was, man.
We don't care
It's been
about
good.
that.
We don't care about that.
My
Anyway,
week was great. Let me tell you. Let me
Yeah,
tell you.
speak on
Last
it.
night, right? Zola woke up at 3:00 in the morning. She be crying so loud in the middle of the night that I don't even need the baby monitor anymore. I could just hear her crying all the way down the hall. It's
Y'all have
like,
baby monitors?
did you not grow up with a baby monitor?
No.
Oh, negligence.
Damn.
Negligence.
To be fair, Isaiah stayed in the room with us. We
Did he
had
sleep in your bed?
yes.
Oh.
Isaiah had.
Can we talk about that? Can that be a topic today?
Let's talk. Okay,
Can
we're
that be a
not
topic
going to
today?
judge anybody.
Go ahead,
Can that be a
then.
topic today?
I'm not
Matter of
gonna
fact, Shot, tell us how your day was, then we gonna
Hey,
jump
you know what I'm
into
saying?
it.
So I woke up at 3:00 in the morning, Zola screaming her smooth head off, and because we live in a townhouse, I'm always worried that she's gonna just wake up the whole neighborhood, and
You feel
especially our
disrespected.
neighbors.
Disrespectful.
I be sprinting up. I don't know how Lashana be sleeping through this. I'm just like,
She don't care.
She ain't
She's
sleep.
not-
Oh,
She
she
look, she got
definitely
one
ain't
eye
sleep.
open.
She
What
got.
happened is-
She's look exactly. I knew he was gonna get up and get her.
so there's an internal conversation between two people whenever a baby cries. No words is said, but we talk about foot movements.
Hey,
Hey,
you
it's
gonna
your
get her?
turn. Hey,
Nah.
you got it. Then you got to move to the elbow, and eventually somebody breaks. All right, fine, I'll go get
Why you
it.
sound so angry for?
Because nobody want to get up.
I
I want to say the past 4 or 5 times, no, probably the past 10 times that Zola has woken up in the middle of the night, it's been me to go over there and rock her back to sleep. I will say that I am probably better at putting her back to sleep than LaShonda is, but that's neither here.
Oh,
nor
is that a
there.
competition? No, but he said, but I'm better though.
It ain't no competition, but it is a competition. So she woke up, and like I feel like we talked about this a couple episodes ago when you're afraid to lay the baby back down because they're not fully asleep or you don't trust that they're fully asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was when I laid her back down after holding her for 45 minutes of straight snoring, I lay her down and I'll hear, and I'm just like, I can't do this again. So what happens is I turn her over on her stomach and I just start rubbing her back. Then she eventually goes to sleep, which is great.
So you figure out the trick.
I figured out some other trick. So I'm with it. I like it.
Hey.
But back to the co-parenting, co-sleeping. Yeah, I don't think in Zola's 15 months of being on this earth, she has probably slept in our bed once. And that was only on vacation. Only because
so it's 2 times.
it might have been twice. But like
twice.
at the house, she never slept overnight in the same bed as us. That's just us. For the parents that
You
do
hear
let
us
your
back
kids
and
sleep.
forth.
For the parents that
We
do
got
let
children
your
in the house
kids-
again. It's Pops and Socks. I literally
all
watched
right.
my son literally do 6 sprints back and forth in this hallway
For no reason.
for no reason, but still here and
Absolutely
there.
no reason.
If I look distracted, just no, I'm giving the eye up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in on your face.
It's all right.
No, look, my
Hey,
face was
now.
like, bruh, if you don't sit down somewhere.
They're not being that distracted.
All
But
right.
did y'all let y'all's kids sleep in the bed with y'all?
I'll go ahead and start off. Absolutely. It's not because we wanted to. Let's not get it twisted. When Isaiah was first born, we had no. Again, I was 17, 18 years old. There was no townhouse. There was no baby monitors.
Oh.
It was all faith and trying to keep the baby alive.
Let's act
There
like
was no baby
let's
mon-
act
You
like
act
baby
like he
monitors didn't exist. They
Yeah,
absolutely
like he had
existed.
Isaiah
No,
back in the
existed, but
70s.
What do I need a baby monitor for if they sleep in the same room with me? I don't.
So you could be in a
I lived
living
with my
room?
mom at the time, so I only had a room. So
But-
I didn't know baby. What was the baby monitor for?
So if you're in the
like
living room,
downstairs
if you're in the
chilling.
living
There's
room,
no downstairs. There's one room.
There was no down. It was all one.
It was all one
It
floor.
was one
At
floor.
your mom's house?
Yes.
No, you had them back when your mom lived.
But remember, she moved.
big-
We moved right.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like not even months.
I didn't know
later.
how long he was there until then.
Nah,
bro.
not even then. Even then, I only had a room.
Yeah.
But let's say y'all going to the living room then.
Exactly.
That
We
way you
had to
just
take him
say,
with
all right,
us.
Cool.
No, you let the baby sleep.
Let him
Now, if he
sleep.
if he was sleep on the bed back there, then we put him in the center of the bed, and he was knocked out, and he did not move or roll.
Oh, y'all was really playing about
Oh,
faith,
100%.
Yeah.
That baby roll off that bed, boy.
I bet he
That
won't
was
do.
a high bed.
I
too,
bet
bro.
he won't do it again. But nah,
he will.
Isaiah slept with us. I honestly, because again, we didn't have a bed to afford him. Couldn't afford him a bed, and I don't know, but I have a strong distaste for those raggedy race car beds. Because in 6 weeks they're gonna physically outgrow it, and I didn't drop $100+
Who
for
getting
the,
that?
What is a
You
race
gotta
car bed?
I don't.
You gotta get the crib though that,
know,
that
actual
transforms.
There was no crib. We didn't have no crib. We had the pack and play for a second, but he
What
didn't
about what's that? A bassinet?
like. I
the race-
actually got a bassinet when he was first born. He hated that every minute,
he
and
wasn't
again, he
consistent.
How
stayed.
you
with,
hate something you just introduced to?
Listen, he would not. I promise you, every time he would not sleep in that bad boy. So for him, it was probably right. He was around 2 when we finally got our own place and got set. We got him his own bed, and we finally said because Isaiah sleeps. Oh my gosh, like every child, it's like a starfish,
Yep.
elbows, knees, and finally I snapped. I said I can't live like this. I'm not sleeping like this. No.
did.
So we already said the first few weeks was sheer terror. 'Cause all he did was cry because he wanted to lay down and stuff with us. Now he knew how to get mama to be look. Come out with that little lip, mama. She'd be like, fine, just come lay down with me. I said, nope. I said, your side. I said, look, I scoop him up like a real father should. Scoop him up.
That's
You gonna sit
hilarious.
here, and
That's
I'm gonna shut
right.
this door. You can cry with me. I'll let you cry yourself to sleep.
Great.
And eventually,
I have bad dreams.
look, I don't care about that.
Wow. Oh,
I'll pull the major pain. There's nothing in your closet.
He gonna need therapy when he becomes
Nah,
adult.
listen, baby. Now, the true story. Isaiah, he did come in my room one time. This is somewhat recent while we lived here.
Yeah.
He literally came in my room one day and was like, Teddy, I had a bad dream. Can I lay with you? And I thought it must have really scared him because he was at least about 10. So I was like, he's never done that. Even when he was little, he's never done that. So I was like,
son,
I was like, come on. Like, this must have really freaked him out. So night number 2, Daddy, I had a bad dream. Now I'm like,
Start doing a squint. Just
look,
both ways.
Again, look, all right. I mean, that's fine or whatever. Now the first night I was cool. Second night I get no sleep.
Yeah.
I was high grade annoyed at work and everything. Get no sleep.
You must watch a scary movie or something.
Look, night number 3. I heard that knock on my door. I said, nope.
Turn around.
I said we go in this room. So I walked to the room, flipped on all the lights. I physically lifted up the bed. That's how mad I was. Ain't nothing like not look under the bed. I physically lifted up the bed so you can see.
nothing.
And I looked in the closet. I
nothing.
almost pulled a major pain. I almost got my gun shot in the closet. Look, ain't nothing in this closet either. And if he is, he ain't happy.
Yeah, he ain't happy.
Oh, nah, but that was
Daggone.
Once we passed that phase, I ain't never looked back.
That's great. All right. Well, I don't blame you for letting your kids sleep with you. I just can't do it because I'm a big guy and I'm always afraid that I'm going to roll.
I thought
Roll
over.
over.
No, first of all,
Roll over.
it's crazy the sense like we talked about before, like when your child cries or like whimpers or anything like that.
Yeah.
How quick you wake up. I thought the same thing too. When he stayed with us, I was so scared because when I was out before children, there would be a hurricane outside in the hot place. Matter of fact, me and Shaka literally slept through a fire.
Have mercy.
A fire exercise before.
Yep.
We didn't even know that was happening.
Does it
Was
jam
happening.
you?
Yep.
That was ridiculous.
That was crazy.
I feel like he almost made us run extra because we didn't leave the doggone dormitory.
Yeah,
we slept through that fire alarm.
Yeah, one of our friends at football camp in high school pulled the fire alarm. Just high school's been high school, thought it was hilarious. So that everybody else had exited the building. Me and Shaka were in the room asleep. Like at football camp, we had 2 days. Everybody else wanted to run around and be whatever. First of all, if you start and you work hard, we didn't want to do none of that stuff. I'm like, bro, I'm tired.
I'm gonna catch these naps.
Bro, me and Shaka slept through the whole thing. So all of a sudden, we're still doing sprints at practice. Coach is over yelling at us. Yeah, we're going to look until y'all fess up who pulled the fire alarm. We're going to keep running. We're like, what are you talking about? Me and Shaka, we're talking with our coaches. He said, the fire alarm. I was like, Coach, we don't have no clue what you're talking about. Nobody pulled no fire alarm.
We never did
He
that.
said, wait a minute. You guys didn't come outside. We were like, what are you talking about, Coach? He said, that fire alarm, y'all didn't hear that? We was like, no. I said, so if it been a real fire, me and Shaka would have been burnt up. Because we did not wake up. And I think we made Coach even mad. Like you said, I think he made more mad because he was like, what do you mean you didn't hear the fire alarm? I was like, we slept smooth through that.
We were sleeping, Coach.
But yeah, I thought it was going to ever roll on Isaiah. Every night when he was laying next to me when he was little, I'd wake completely up out of my sleep. If I had to turn over, listen, put your heart, put your head to there, make sure they're breathing. Watching their chest rise and fall. I'd be like, okay, good. Yeah. Then I slide an extra foot away from him. Then I turn over. Like, that's how I get with him.
Shit, Bakari, you got 4 kids. Did any of your kids sleep in your bed?
He had a room.
Habitually.
Chloe as a baby, she was perfect. Yo, she slept all throughout the night. No, I'm serious. Chloe was perfect as a baby. She slept all throughout the night in her own bed. Didn't cry. Like I said, she'll wake up with the whimper. She'll get a bottle, and she'll go right back to sleep. She good.
I've never left a bottle in Zola's crib.
Nah, like I said, you feed him.
I don't leave bottles in the crib.
Why?
Because I see the choking hazards.
So she you know what?
Say something.
Everybody got their preference.
Exactly.
Look, my baby could only have wheat bread.
Everybody's like that on their first child.
Wait till number 2.
Second child come around. Look here, it's going.
She'll be all right, or he'll be all right.
So with Chloe, she was good. Khari, he was fairly decent. As he got older, he began to become more needy. So he ended up sleeping in the bed with us. Not per my request, but
not per my request.
But he ended up sleeping in bed with us, and he was, I'm talking about, for a little child to be so little, even though he couldn't crawl, this little man, look, I'm telling you, would take up majority of the bed. I don't know how he moved. It is bananas. But he would have his head on my back and his feet on Brittany's neck.
Playing Twister.
Bro, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Then it's just like you said, you try to pick them up, and they, like you said, you try to put them in the bed, and they want to cry, and then you got to pick them back up. You got to go through the process.
That's your mother. Hey, mama, stop calling me.
We're gonna podcast,
Smile.
I was laughing at Shaka Rito out here. That's what I was laughing at.
But Khari, he wasn't too bad. Ivory, she's probably the worst one. She does not like her bed. We'll put her in there, she'll go to sleep, but she'll wake up 3:00 every night. And then it was one time. Matter of fact, it was 2 nights ago. Like I said, we had brought her to our room, so she can go to sleep, and we was gonna take her back to her bed. When I say, you try to wait for that snoring. Bro, when I say I picked her up, she opened the eyes.
We're looking right at you.
Looked at me. Look, squinting her eyes as if she was showing me that she was upset at the decision I was about to make with moving her. And then she looked at me dead in my soul, and then looked back away and closed her eyes as if you better not move me.
You better not move me.
And guess what I did?
Didn't move her.
I left her there. I left her there. I said, give about 5 more minutes, baby. She trying to get some sleep. But because
absolutely not.
When they crying, because her and Chloe share the same room. So when they crying like that, I try to be respectful for Chloe. Yeah. That way, she can sleep before school. But that's also, true. When they crying so loud, it's like you can't even go to sleep. And Ivory, I'm telling you, she's the she's the queen of crying until she throw up.
Oh yeah, I finally I've seen that firsthand, and I was like,
and then you get more upset the fact that now you got to throw up all over your carpet. I'm like,
first of all, praise God, I never had to deal with. Now Isaiah, I would have cried. He would cry until he literally put himself to sleep. Look, I would shut that door. I don't care about nothing.
My kids, they be coughing. Yeah. And like this is how much
you got that real good.
This is how much Ivory throw. This is how much I know is bad for Ivory when she throws up. When Ivory first throws up, you throw up, you gotta throw up again. Yeah. I'll take Ivory out, so she throws up once. I'll take Ivory out the crib. She knows automatically just go straight to the bathroom, and she'll lean over the toilet.
Really?
She'll throw up again.
Wow.
Dang. So she knows what she doing.
That is
I said, all right, I see you about to
crazy.
throw up again. She'll shake her head. She'll get down. You'll literally see her walk to the bathroom. And she'll hover over the toilet just in case she got to throw up again. Hey, kids.
That
Hey, come
is
here. Come here.
What
Hey,
up,
y'all want to
Khari?
see my son?
Nah.
He keep coming
your
out.
big
Come
head
over here,
there,
Khari. Come over here.
Nah,
Come
nah.
over here. Let me show
What
If
up,
you
you.
man?
have him
Khari.
walk in front of the camera, he gonna call
When you
the
hear a lot of foot pattering, come over here. Sit next to Pops for a second. Sit next to Pops.
Isaiah.
All right, this here, when you hear this stampede coming through the house, this is some of the feet that you hear.
Yes.
You see these two things? That's all I hear.
I'm
Coming
glad
through
y'all came out here. with the sock.
This is my son Isaiah, my other giant,
son.
my actually giant human. Say what up.
Hi.
Hi. So again, you heard door slamming from earlier, and here
Yeah.
comes little Ivory.
So we got
Come
the
on
whole
in.
crew out. Say what's
Oh,
up.
we got the whole. It's the
Hi.
neighborhood,
Tell
huh?
people your name.
Khari.
What does Khari mean?
I have no clue.
Make it
He
up,
said,
son.
"I-
Make it
I have
up.
no clue.
You don't know what it means?
No.
Oh.
It's all right. Hey, you taking up too much time,
Too much
Khari.
time.
Either you
Go
know or
to
you
the
don't
rules.
know.
There you go. What is it?
Call me
So what
King
up in there?
Khari.
That's right.
Running back and
Khari
forth.
means
King.
kingly.
Kingly.
Go ahead and be a king and head over that way.
All right, Isaiah, tell him peace out to Pops and Socks. Tell him to watch, subscribe, listen.
Watch Pops and Socks, subscribe, and
Doggone RoboCop.
Put
Put some personality into it.
My man sound like he on a script spelling bee right now.
He said what it say.
You might think I gotta make up
He said
for
what
it.
it say. All right, hey, y'all gonna have fun though.
Let's mess with you. I was gonna say I love you. All right, Isaiah, go you and the car. Y'all play in y'all's room.
Thank you.
Well, stop
God.
slamming my door. If y'all go in there, go in there. Listen, we got to be dads on the podcast. Shut the door, please.
Please and thank you.
Thank y'all so much.
My goodness, thank you for look.
love you.
We love you. Like you said, look, there's real life Pop Sock stuff out here.
We love when y'all come out here.
It disrupt everything.
Absolutely.
All right,
All right.
all right, y'all head out that way. Okay, they don't need to hear or see y'all no more. Welcome to the Box Socks.
What Pops and Socks out here?
Welcome back.
But,
welcome back.
Back to the topic though.
Oh, what
I
was
guess
the
we
love?
answer everything about.
Yeah, apparently we out here.
So yeah, my kids sleep in the bed for a certain amount of time, but I'm slowly transitioning them out.
Yeah.
And then, I'm gonna tell you right now, this fourth child will hear me and hear me now.
Sound good.
That's
They
what
will
I'm about to
never see my bed again. I think right now they will never.
Look,
Never.
I hope all the kids at one time come in the room.
You know how hard it is to be in school, try to get up for work, and try to sit there and function with a right mentality when you sat there and have Ivory up all night
You knew
screaming?
what you was doing.
You know what caused that problem, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, being fruitful.
You know how to
Look,
get
I've
it.
been
Being fruitful.
Look, too
Making
fruitful.
sure.
Oh, it's gonna pay off.
That's what Shaka look. He said, You
It's
signed
gonna
up for
pay
this.
off.
Hey, man.
It'll
You
pay
signed
off.
the waiver.
Wow, that's what
Yeah, see, look here, y'all banking on one kid. God gave me 4 chances.
4 chances for the chamber.
4 out here. I'm
Oh,
He's I don't hear nothing about you being tired.
got 4 generations ready to roll, son.
I mean, when you grow up, think about you really never seen the inside of your parents' room that much growing up.
Or
At least I didn't. I feel like
I
we didn't go to our
didn't.
parents' room that often.
I was
as kids.
I would assume that's the holies of holies.
That's
like
Steve off
yeah.
limits.
if there had to be either I was in trouble
Yup.
or I really, really needed something.
Hey, well, let's
to go
sneak in
my
there and
mom's
jump
room.
on the bed real quick.
My mom would be.
She ain't paying
bro.
attention.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I would like after school because I used to get home before anybody because I had after track practice or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd make me a bowl of noodles, get me a drink, and I go in my mom's room watch TV before she get home.
That's crazy.
Because she had,
something
she had a
about
little
that,
couch and
though.
stuff in there. I like the setup.
I
But
like it.
look,
But it's something about being in your parents' room that's just so calming.
Oh, it is. It's
I'm talking about you just
because their room is clean. That's what it is.
oh, yeah. Your room is in disarray.
Oh, I
Nice,
got
it's
that
plush.
clean. Uh-huh.
Mama, why
This
can't
a
I get
camel blanket?
why can't I get one of these? She's
Oh man,
Absolutely
So,
not.
Now
Do
look,
the
and I
kids
feel
still
that's-
be jumping on the bed? Is that a thing?
not in this house.
Not in this house. Your kids don't jump on the bed?
They jump on the bed, but
You know how jumping on the bed used to be a
They
jam.
transition from
Look,
the bed to the couch though. My son be out here disrespecting
Jumping
my
on
couch.
couches?
Pow, pow, pow.
Jumping everywhere.
Throw his
Oh,
whole,
my
throw his full
Dang.
body weight on the couch.
Jumping on the bed used to be the jam as a kid.
It did when you had a spring.
Yeah,
we had a
wait.
spring
Oh,
joint.
yeah, I guess if you
but
got
now you got
memory
these
foam.
hard boxes.
Nah,
better say you jump-
memory foam take too much work.
Yeah, remember you low could be dead tired. All right. So
we're procrastinating out here, bro.
we were quote being procrastinating, but hence that's the topic we want to touch on and talk about a little bit today.
A little bit.
Not how you feel about it. Are you a procrastinator, and what do you procrastinate with?
My whole life I has to fight it. I've been procrastinating through college. Procrastinating.
Oh, 100%.
As an adult, I procrastinate. I try not to. I intentionally try not to procrastinate, but I just do. It gets the job done, though. That's it. Whether you do the job early, you do the job late, does it get done before the deadline? Yes. Would I much rather not be a procrastinator? Absolutely.
Does it get done with the same effort as, I guess not the same effort, could you have done it better if you would have done it beforehand versus doing it right on time?
It's debatable.
Right at the due date.
It's debatable.
I think you have to know yourself in the sense of, I know I am a big procrastinator. Like I know that.
Yeah.
But so example would be, I know every morning I set my alarm clock. I set 2 alarm clocks.
Why?
Because I know for the first one, I know for sure in the first one I'm not getting up.
Why not?
I literally built.
So why not?
But you
set
get
the
up.
second, though?
But you get up to cut
That's
the
what I
alarm
don't
off.
understand.
Like it's in my. I've already know. I know myself well enough. In my body, I always hit the snooze button at least once. So what I do for myself to quote make me feel like I'm procrastinating, I still literally, let's say I'm supposed to get up at 5. I'll set my alarm clock at least at 4:15. That way I can hit the button at least once. So when I get up at 4:30, I know this is my last one.
You basically just interrupt your sleep instead of just
I gotta
sleeping
get
till
myself
5.
look. I know myself well enough. I can do that.
You gotta get.
I gotta be
what we're
I gotta
doing
be
is
honest with
We're
it.
giving ourselves a warm up or a warning to be like, hey man, it's almost
No,
time to get
because
up.
then you're telling your body, you're forcing your body to have to try to go back into that sleep again.
I'm not
I
going
have
back.
no problem
I have
with
no
that.
problem doing that.
I have no problem going back to sleep.
No, with
Oh,
weakness.
I'm
I
not
know.
really forcing, but then
if
like I said,
unchecked, I will
it's
go
hard.
sleep
It's
right
harder
here.
for you. What? It's harder for you to get back up after that second alarm.
Nah, that's for
me.
you, brother. It's not. It's not hard
That's
for
what
me.
I
at
said
all.
for
I've
me,
been doing this my
but
whole
at the
life.
same time, I don't see if you gotta wake up at 5. Why set your alarm at 4:15 just to sit there and wake back up?
Basically-
Why not just set it till 5 and just sleep till 5?
No, I got
Nobody want to wake up on that first try,
the
man.
first try. I don't know what it is about.
But why
I'm
wake
not
this-
in Desert
why
Storm.
You having a good
I get right back to that same sleep
I-
as soon as
I'm
I
a
hit
BB,
snooze.
with no question. I hit the button.
It's 4:15. I still got 45 minutes
That
sleep.
means-
Why not just sit there and
if I
say,
gotta be,
yo,
if I gotta be up by
what
5,
is-
that means in my mind, in my body, I'm hit that first time. I promise you, hit it button and go back to sleep like that.
Easily.
It is a gift. I don't know what it.
Crazy.
That's if you look. Shout out to Duke Terry, my roommate in college. We had practice. No cap. We had practice at 3:30.
Yeah.
We get out of. I get out of class at. I used to have it down to a science. It take me 8 minutes to walk to the field house. It take me 12 to get taped. If I need to get taped that particular day, or I'd be like, I'm gonna save 8 minutes and literally just put on my ankle braces or whatever that particular day.
True.
And then by the time I get back it take me 6 minutes from my class to walk to my dorm. And during that time, we're walking together. He's literally dropping his book bag off. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm about to give me a nap before practice." He'd be like, "Bro, there's no way." He said, "You're gonna be late." I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "We have to be on the field by 3:30, basically 3:25, because you know how coach is."
Yeah.
I said, "I know what I'm doing." Before he leaves the room, he used to swear up and down I was faking. Before he leave the room, I'd be knocked out cold. I can sleep, 7-minute nap every single day. I promise you, 7 minutes, and I felt like I slept 12 hours. And I feel so good.
my
I get
God.
up, get to practice, be ready to roll.
I'm ready to
Every single time. Shout out to Duke on
I'm
that
not
one.
gonna get that checked out, brother.
Nah, brother. If I'm tired, I know how my body works well enough so I know I can get some sleep in.
Yep.
7-minute nap, I'm feeling good. Great.
I see how it works. I've been in that place plenty of times.
I haven't done some science.
You are a master magician when it comes to learning how to take naps before it comes to going to class, football practice, lunchtime. Oh, I got this much time to take a nap. All right, cool. Let me lay down and rest my eyes.
That's why I don't like taking naps during the day. Because when I take a nap, I always wake up with a headache.
No, because you're not taking good.
You said-
If you take
sound
long,
good.
they say like the perfect nap time is like 20 to 30 minutes. Anything longer than that is detrimental.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to sleep longer than an hour when it comes. As an adult, I do
Why,
not
though?
take naps.
I don't get a chance to
Who
sleep
said
that
that?
long.
And why is it sleep long? Like, why can't you sleep longer than an hour
You
during
can't
the day, but
because
you
they
sleep
say
8 hours at
because
night?
they say you don't wake up refreshed. You just wake up. It's like the equivalent of waking up in the middle of the night.
Why don't you wake up refreshed? You sleep for 8 hours at night.
Same reason you wake up with why you wake up with a headache. I've never woke up with a headache.
I mean, I wake up with a headache even if I sleep at night sometimes.
Oh,
You
might
wanna
get that checked out.
You
I'm
might
just
want
saying,
to get that checked.
I'm just saying,
Are you good?
For me, I know what it is for me because when I try to take a nap during the day, I'm getting interrupted nap.
I don't nap. Period.
It's not
I
uninterrupted.
do not like taking a nap.
Listen,
But procrastinating though on the subject.
You procrastinate.
Well,
Steve.
we got a long.
As you see, we don't complete nothing out here. But I think the way I'm a procrastinator. Procrastinator. I don't care what the word is, man. Look, forget it though. We out here. Look, forget it. We still procrastinating out here. Look.
You right.
But I am one. I don't know why I smacked my teeth like that. I apologize. But I'm gonna say I was one because I'm working on coming out of it. And the reason how I'm working on coming out of that is I bought me a organizer. So I have me a planner, which I showed Jones before. He's seen how detailed it was. He's seen it me writing stuff down. I even have mine. Nah, he said I'm gonna get me one of those. That's what he said. He said I'm gonna get me one.
It's on the way.
I even have it colorized as into what subject is this color, or if my home. So if I have it written in brown, it's like my home in Pops and Socks. If I have it written in green, it's like English, my school subject. So I have it written all down. I have what I need to focus on this week. I have my notes for the week. So I have everything written down. So I have it written down, and then I transfer it to my phone. So I'll write it down, and I'll transfer it from my phone for like a week. So like that first week, I'll have it written down on my phone. I'll get a launch for it. So on my phone, I'm able to put time on it. I'm able to put a time on there. Other than the weekend, I kind of give myself a little relaxed time because it's the weekend.
So the question. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But I said the question is like, why do you think we procrastinate? Like, is it something that's difficult that we don't want to really kind of face? I know for me, getting started sometimes is the hardest part for me. Once I get started, I'm good, but I can promise you, I sometimes will run for a particular task or topic for the longest. But once I get started, I'm like, all right, this is not that bad. Let's get it rolling. But sometimes that fear of.
For me, I procrastinate on things that I don't enjoy doing.
Right. Okay.
So therefore, if I really enjoy doing it, I'm not gonna procrastinate. I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna be excited about getting it done, and I'm probably get it done earlier than the due date. But if it's something I really don't want to do, yeah, I'm gonna put it off. Hey, I can wait till the due date. I'm gonna do it. So I think for me, it's more about how much passion you have in it will determine how much you procrastinate on it.
Got you.
I hear that. Let me tell you, I am the king of procrastinating for church. Somehow, every Sunday morning, I always think it's all right. God, you know my situation. That's all. He said,
nah, let him know.
I listen. I be trying to use Zola as an excuse every Sunday when I go to church. I'm sorry, God, I just be late. But it just seems like only on Sunday mornings does time want to speed up times 10. I can wake up at 8 o'clock and try to be on time. This is the Sunday. I'm going to be on time for church. I look at my clock. It's 11:15, and I still ain't left the house. Only because there are so many things that I feel like I got to do before the family walks out. Is the dog fed? Is the garage open? Did we take him out before we left? Do we got the keys? Oh, I already started the car. Now I got to get the keys back out of the car so I can lock the house door. It's always so much going on.
Dad life.
And I only have one child. I didn't think that having one child would throw off all of my timing skills. And I'm still learning. It's all right. It's a work in progress.
I felt that. Yeah. Mine, like Bakari said, is I procrastinate stuff that I don't enjoy doing.
Well, absolutely.
But if I know that, like, if it's important, like I know thoroughly important. So what I try to do is, I teach this Isaiah. I'm like, son, I don't like cleaning this house just like you don't, or whatever it may be. I said, but I'm gonna set time. If it let me, I'd work hard. You remember I said it's work hard, play hard. Yeah. I'd play hard, work a little bit. If it was up to me, if I had no obligations or anything else.
Absolutely.
However, I know that's not realistic. So I want to work hard. I want to play even harder. So I try to schedule out, just like you said, schedule out certain things or activities throughout the week, the things I need to get done. And I know me, I don't want to sit down there, or maybe I don't have the attention span to sit down there and knock it all out all at once. Or when I do, or when I catch flow and I don't want to stop. Yeah. So what I try to do, like example would be, me and Isaiah, it's during here, we have football practice. I don't get off of work till 6. he don't get out of practice at 6:30. So by the time I get home, try to get him in the shower, all that other stuff. Before you realize it, it's 7:30
Already.
and them pots is not even halfway simmering.
Nope.
So like you said, I try to when I say schedule, plan out the meals for the week, and then I'll also plan out even down to on Sunday nights. I lay out his outfits for the whole school week.
That is smooth.
And
That's
I put out my outfits for the school week.
Well, you do
So
it for
if I-
yourself?
Oh, I have to.
Wow.
I try to do it at least that way. So then by the time we get home, I'm not wasting as much time.
Yeah.
Because again, I value trying to rest. And sometimes by the time we know certain days, like Wednesday nights, we have youth and stuff. So Wednesday nights, I really have to, or Monday, Tuesday, really try to cap on my rest because I don't get home till 9:30-ish every Wednesday. And I can if I open the branch that particular day, that's literally getting up from probably around being up from 6:30 and getting home to 9:30, not getting actually in the bed to like 10 or 11. So you do the math on that. That's a long day.
That's a lot.
And I realize, like, me personally, I'm trying to train myself or train my body and mind to be able to function on 100% even after a 4-hour or 5-hour night's sleep. Because I realized
Nobody college should do that to you.
I
I learned that a long time ago.
even outside of college, because I realize if I don't get I at least need about 8 hours of sleep, I ain't gonna be able to function.
First of all,
You know,
I ain't had 8 hours
I'm
since
just
I was
saying-
a baby.
well, I'm saying, like I said, people need
I ain't
that,
seen
but
that
me,
in a
like,
minute.
truly, if you look at these successful people, they don't sleep long. Also,
I don't
they
know
have
that.
their schedule. So I understand when I guess out of all of us, which I already told you, I already have my planner. Y'all got a
Yeah.
planner?
I actually do.
Y'all actually writing that planner?
I
I
usually
haven't written
do.
in mine in about 2 or 3 weeks, but
Hang on, it's been a minute. I actually you inspired me to write mine, so I dabble back in
like
mine.
like I said, I got my planner, and I used to plan out, like I said, I used to plan out the whole week,
yeah.
and then I went from the week to the month. But I realized, like, yeah, it's not about being perfect. It's not about perfection. It's about progression. So
That's it.
what I learned to do is because different things are gonna happen. So I planned out my week, now I plan out my month. So the reason why I decided to not only just do it from a handwriting calendar or a planner, I put it on my phone because on my phone I can schedule it out through time. So therefore, I allow myself this much time on this part of the subject to do it, and then once that time is up, okay. I mean, because you're telling yourself I got to get this much done in this amount of time, because then after that I got to go here and do this. This is going to allow me to have this much freedom at the end of my night, or this is going to allow me to have this. So if I get it done early, I can have this much time on this break. Because the thing is, what I heard, if you are not the boss of yourself, somebody's going to be the boss of you.
tell you where you be.
That's it.
So I'm learning to be the boss of my own life, scheduling my own life. You don't schedule your life, somebody's schedule for you. If you're not the boss of your own life, somebody's gonna be the boss of it for you. Somebody's gonna tell you what to do if you don't tell yourself what to do.
Yeah.
So
True
therefore,
that.
I schedule my
life
own
for it.
time. Therefore, like even during the week, I try not to be disrespectful, but I be having people message me, like, "Yo, it's not the time for me. It's not time for you to message."
Right.
It's not the fact that I'm ignoring them. It's just, yo, I allowed myself so much time to do this certain thing that if I message you, I'm already set myself back,
That's-
and
that's
therefore I
2 minutes
gotta
gone.
Feeling
Yeah.
obligated that you have to respond to everybody or every situation.
even the people on this couch,
Like-
I don't respond back to them.
Listen, it's all right. Vice versa.
Like, shock is probably actually lied. So shock is probably the worst. But I mean, we all have our busy lives and we understand exactly what you said. And like you said, we're all trying to fight procrastination. And again, there's time for rest and those things, like you said. But if you don't have like an outline, that's pretty much what mine is. If I don't have an outline, okay, this thing has to be done today. This thing has to be done. And like you said, wanting to say, hey, can you help me? Nope, can't do it today. And we'll not feel bad about it. Because I used to feel bad to be like, man, I wish I could. I wish they would let me know, or not let them know. I wish I could help, or they're gonna think somewhere else. No disrespect, bro, but can't help you with that today. Look,
And even
neighbors
with the-
want to sit and talk. I don't really have time for that today. I said not that I don't have time for you, and whatever. But I know I'm a talker too, so
Very
I know
much.
I'll get distracted real quick for the
Preach on
longest.
it. This man will talk, talk.
Shut up.
But not, and one of the people I got this off of, and like I said, he kind of inspired me, was Pastor Scott, because it was one time, I know he never means anything by disrespect, but I remember he had stuff going on. I was trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
He said, "Not right now. I got this to do." And a lot of people can take that as disrespect. Oh, wow, why don't he want to talk to me? But it's not that. I realize this man time is so important to him.
He is very
that
busy.
he has to sit there and get this done. He is a busy man. And the thing is, he still makes time for everyone. Well, he makes time for the things that he needs to make time for that day.
Yeah.
But I realize, like I said, he organizes his time. So therefore, me trying to talk to him is going to disrupt that time. And I had to tell myself, yo, it might not, some people might find that as disrespect, but what's better? You trying to sit there and please the people, or the time that you allowed yourself to get everything done so you can spend time? Because most of my stuff goes back to my wife. So
Brittany said she ain't having none of that.
My wife wants to spend time with me. What do I look like giving you more time than my wife?
Right, and like you said, it boils down what's important to you. Like so last year, that's the exact same thing what you just said about what's important. Everybody says my kids and my family is important to me, and I think it was God that convicted me about it. He says, but what time are you actually like setting aside to do that, to be with him, to talk with him? And I was like, well, I got time at the house, but let's be real honest. During the school year, the reason I think parents were going nuts about this whole COVID thing when they shut the schools down, we had to be with our children for 8+ hours of the day. Well, think about it. It was like, well, you don't mind spending time with you. We think about it, Monday through Friday, my son's at school most of the time.
Most of the day.
And then by the time I get him, like I said, he don't get him till 6. He has his bedtime's at 9:30. So I have basically a smooth 3 hours to quote get to know him, find out his 4 max if it's a late day.
Yeah.
So how am I setting aside time if I'm procrastinating? I'll be with you just a minute, son. I gotta finish typing this up. I gotta hurry send this email. I'll be with you just a minute because again, it's what I make time for.
I would say I thank God during that time because God's seen it coming way before I seen it coming, but He put me in a position to where I could sit there and maximize on that because that's when we had Ivory, and that's when, like I said, I was staying at the house, watching over Ivory, and Brittany was working. Look, call what you want. I was being obedient. A lot of people love that. I was being obedient. God said, I got something for you. You're going to need to be here. Me being able to be at the house allowed me to maximize on that. And like I said, I set up a whole schedule. I had, like I said, time frame. Yeah. From here to here is this subject. You got your Zoom meeting at this time? Yep. Okay, after that, you're going to sit there and work on that same subject for this time. And then we're going to hit this subject at this time. This time we got lunch. And then look here, we're going to hit the subject for another hour or so. And then we're going to take a break, which means we went out walking. So we walked to the pond. We might have walked up to the school. I took Ivory with me on the little pulley joint. Sheesh. So I had a whole system set up to where I was able to maximize on the COVID thing. So the COVID thing didn't really bother us. Shout outs to God for seeing that coming before I did. Amen. So a lot of people think that the situation I'm in, a lot of people are thinking the situation I'm in, this sucks. But God sees something coming that you don't see, that He has you there for a reason. So stop sitting there saying, woe is me to be in a situation. Now, often, don't get this confused, for the people who decide to put themselves there and make the decision to put themselves there, that's your fault. Don't put that on God. But the thing is, I seen it as in a different light. When God had me there, the finances were still being provided for. Yep. Like I said, He had a way to where we didn't have to put Ivory in daycare because we didn't want to put Ivory in daycare.
Well, our daycare is 10 racks a week.
So he provided a way. So I thank God for, like I said, I thank God for opening up that door for me to be able to stay at that house while Brittany was working. A lot of people saying, wow, you let your wife be the breadwinner. No, it's not the breadwinner. We're one. So
that's what I'm saying.
If she works and I stay home, it's a team working together so we can provide the need for what we need to get done. It's not about no breadwinner.
And two, I'm not worried about. You're worried about the wrong thing if you're worried about somebody else's house.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, why am I worried about what's going on? Oh, Bakari. Exactly. That sounds like to me, if somebody is to think or said that towards you, then I'd have other questions.
Even today's society, that's what it says. The father has to be the sole breadwinner. They have to make the most. They have to bring in all the cash flow. But it's not like that. I feel like that's why so many marriages get divided. I hate to get off subject about that, but I feel like that's why so many marriages getting divided, because they think that everybody has their own title. Instead of working together, you got your own title.
Well, they like to see what worked for their grandparents and their great-great-grandparents, and we talked about this in the past, but
even
back when men were breadwinners, women didn't
stay
have
at the house
to work.
Yeah.
They took care of the whole house. That was their
whole thing.
This time is different.
But yeah, so that goes back to, like I said, going back to the procrastinating and setting out different times and allow yourself to have time to be responsible with your time and to make sure that you're not giving more time to the things that will not sit there and help your schedule out.
Okay.
But procrastinating, I don't think is always a bad thing. It's just like what works for your house works for your house.
I got something with that too as well.
Because when I was in college, I literally, my college degrees should say I got a bachelor's in science and procrastination.
Preach.
I got
a master's in it.
Exactly, right? You made it work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Some people like the pressure of working against that clock.
Yeah.
Not everybody can retain information for weeks ahead at a time and work early and be like, oh yeah, I got this. I already did that. I did that term paper as soon as the semester started. Nah, you gotta warm up to it. Put that bad boy in the oven. Let it preheat. And I'm a preheat kind of man.
But exactly what Shaka said. That's kind of how I operate too.
Yeah.
If I know, let's say it's due by the 13th, I'm not. Again, I like the pressure in the sense of, okay, I have the deadline.
Yeah.
But I don't like the sense of you're micromanaging of, I got to do this, and like you said, studying something out for weeks or months. If I think about it too much, I'm going to overthink it sometimes and try to make too many tweaks or edits to it. Yep. So when we had like, way back in college, I had like a 12-page paper due. And I knew if I got the flow, and I couldn't sit there and type a straight 12-page paper, right? So what I would do is I literally, let's say it was due weeks out. I scheduled literally 15 days on my planner that I had, and I would write one page every single day. One page. Literally type one full page. Once I do that, and if I got flowing, I might knock out 2. Yeah. And I would stop. The next day I'd pick up, especially if my subject that I was talking about, same thing, one page until those 12 days were up. I didn't feel any sense of pressure. Because I was never one of those crammers. Like, if you asked me the night before, I could not do that. It was not going to be good or not good done at all. So, after the next 3 days, I would spend trying to edit my paper because I was not the strongest editor in the slightest. So, I would take me extra long on those times that I would have to look or get somebody to revise those paper. Yeah. So, by the next day, when the day night before it's due, I'm sleeping good. I'm not pressured. It's edited. Everything's fine. I'm watching my friends sprint back and forth. You going to the library? Have you finished your paper? I'm like, yeah, I finished that days ago. How? Let me see yours. No, sir. I work way too hard. No, sir. I work way too hard on this, so you like copy mine. So, and then that's the way I like to work best in those situations. Like you said, the one thing I don't like is have something springs up on me. I need an answer right. I need something answered right now. Yeah. Like, because I like to think it somewhat through. But if you like, I don't mean like, do you want to go to the store? Yes or no. I'm talking about like big decisions. We needed to know today. I'm like, well, it sounds like you. Look,
I can give you the answer, but it ain't gonna be thought through.
It ain't gonna be thought through, right? And it's gonna put myself or my family in a certain situation.
I do think sometimes, like you said, it's just knowing yourself. In certain things, I will procrastinate on because I think sharper when it's clutch time. So you gotta for example, I think I told a story on here. The time we had to take the CAMS test, and like I said, they gave us months. I think from January all the way until October.
Right.
They gave us from January to October to study.
Ask me, did I study from January to October?
I didn't study until the week of.
Oh, he tripping.
It was matter of fact. It was.
I put a few weeks out.
No, it was 2 days before. It was 2 days before. That's what it was. Because I was writing everything down. I had written everything down, and I was studying as I was writing it down. I studied 2 days before. How many questions was that?
I don't even know. It was over 100.
I think it was like 150 questions. I memorized over 125 questions within about a day and a half.
It was a multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Oh, then you got it.
Cramming it. And that's why I said it depends on, you have to know who you are,
how your study habits.
So like I said, in a I'm not gonna say hostile environment, but in an environment to where things had to get done quickly, depends on where it is. Yeah, I think sharper. I retain quicker. I'm basically forcing my body, so it's that almost like the adrenaline when you're fighting that adrenaline rush and you don't feel nothing.
Said, "Look, if I don't know this, I fail."
So in that moment when I tell myself it's basically a do or die moment, I start to retain more. But if it's something like 12-page paper, or if it's something like a big project, I'll attack it a little at a time. Yeah. But if it's something like, it's crazy to sound. If it's something like a test, I study like that week, but that's that week before, Depends on how many questions it is. And somehow I just retain it more than studying it a week before. Because then you got to think, you said a week before, you still got other subjects. Your teacher's still going on with other chapters.
But
it's just like I'm trying to maintain all that and still remember this. I'm like, so let me just go and retain it, keep on this subject, knock it out. That's just me.
But like Bakari said, we took the exact same test. So for mine, I had labeled, I knew it was coming up. I had been studying for at least about a month or so. But again, I started section by section, like piece by piece, to slowly beginning it. And then, thankfully, the way that Bakari helped studies, we came together and we were studying together. He had flashcards and things that kind of helped quickly jolt my memory and help to quickly move and to navigate with that. But also it helped me, or helped him too, because he was like, "Hey, have you went over that?" I said, "Yeah, I've been went over that. Can you help me with X, Y, and Z?" And we was able to work that back and forth with each other. But then it was crazy, and we was the first two finished. And usually Bakari sometimes is the overthinker. You ever been doing so good on something that you're moving so fast through it, you're like, I have to be wrong because I'm flowing so well in this.
Oh my gosh.
So literally, I remember I finished, no cap, we finished this like 15, 20 minutes.
Moving.
And I was like, oh no. I said, there's no way I can be
like
right.
150 questions.
Well, I said, there's no way this can be right. So I took the time, went back over them, and I'm like, no, there's maybe one answer I changed that I thought was, I said, most of this is pretty good. So again, I'm looking around, I'm like, man, I don't know why everybody's thinking that I blew through this test. And I saw Bakari get up. I said, whoa. I thought to myself, I said, if Bakari is not overthinking this test, and usually he's the one like double checking, triple check his answer, something. I said, neither am I. I'm going. Like I done. And then look, we both knocked it out.
Oh yeah,
knocked it out. Mainly because it's my ride too.
Look, let me give you a side story though. Let me give you a side. Let me tell you why I only knew 125 of these questions though. So the other 25 was the day of the test. We had to travel up to where? What was it? Roanoke. I said, Jones, we rode in my car. I said, Jones, look here. I'm going to have you help me study these last 25 questions.
Hey, man.
On the way up. Why did my man fall asleep?
Hey, bro, it was 6 a.m.
Fall asleep on me, though.
Dog time.
Like, I'm talking about, he's supposed to be reading me the questions. We're supposed to memorize.
We already went through most of the questions.
Man, you
Bro, besides the last subject,
ain't no rider.
Besides the last subject, he was supposed to help me say these last 25.
Slept
So
on him?
we
Easy.
stopped. Look, we stopped at McDonald's before we got there. It's probably about 15 minutes before we got there.
Oh, y'all wild.
I had to cram another 25 questions in this cranium before the test.
To be fair, the question I had the cards in my hand. I woke up, they were all on the floor.
I said this. Okay.
Okay,
guys.
I told y'all when I'm tired, I'm tired. Like, listen, when I'm tired, I'm tired. If you're looking for me,
sacrifice.
If you're looking for me to, like, if we're taking a road trip together and you want to, I want you to ride with me so we can keep me company. I'm not that guy.
Nope.
I'm going to sleep.
You
if I'm
sit
tired,
in the backseat with the kids.
Listen, I would sit in the backseat.
You ain't being in my front seat.
I was like,
It
yo,
is
up
a
front
law
sleep.
I was
in the
really-
car of Andrew.
I was like, man, I said, my man done got his in. I said, look.
Exactly.
I thought you were good.
Oh,
got
man.
mine.
I said, look, we out here using my note card. I said, yo,
Wow.
you can't help me out with the last 25, though?
But speaking
That's
of procrastination,
crazy.
this is one thing we talked about kind of off camera. I thought was actually important. It might seem like it's random, but we talked about, because mainly I think we see a lot of it in our community. Here, I know for sure in my family, is life insurance. Why in the world do we put off? Well, I have a couple of reasons. I think why. Why do we believe that life insurance is not a priority or is optional?
We consider it optional because it's not affecting our right now.
Mm-hmm.
And after I'm dead, it ain't my problem. That's above me.
You a
That's
menace.
above. Hey man, after
Literally.
I die, that's above. Even I don't believe that because I actually have life insurance.
Same.
But I didn't have life insurance until, maybe 6-7 years ago.
Preach.
But insurance by itself sucks because you're always paying on something and
That might, or it's life is something you just guarantee you're gonna die at some point.
yeah, but
And you
if
can't
you have
use it.
you can outlive your life insurance policy, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's like every, 25, close to 50, some 50?
No, I think it's like maybe
Is it
you have to be
25?
like 70 or 80. You can
For life
outlive
insurance?
your life insurance policy once you hit a certain age, and maybe you get that money back.
Well,
you gotta reinvest
I've
it.
seen too many
I
cases.
know you get like a certain percentage back.
I have no idea.
Well, I think we all believe that we're going to
You
be.
cash in your life insurance. That's what it is. My fault.
No, I think there's so many. I think we believe that a lot of us, maybe we don't say it out loud, but I believe in your heart we think we're going to be older,
Yeah.
and we think we'll be By the time you think you're gonna feel death coming upon you. Where I'm in my old age, where you're laying on your bed and all your friends and family are surrounding you.
This is the big one.
This is a big one.
Ooh.
Make sure my life insurance is everything is okay. I think we live that. But
Double up on
unfortunately, like I've had family, people in their 20s, teens, maybe earlier than 50s, 40s that have passed, and we don't have life insurance.
Yeah.
And I thought of it this way, and like you said, I just recently somewhat got it. Like you said, mainly I thought was like if something was to happen to me. Now my son, it's just me, and my son. I know if something happened to me right now, he would go with his mom. But what can I leave my son besides clothes that he can't wear? Shoes he can't fit.
True.
And he's already going to be hurt that I'm gone. Like, how else can I help him or help the grieving process for make it as easy as possible? Because I'm already going to be gone. They're already going to be hurt. The last thing I want to do is stress them out of how they're going to bury me.
I went through that physically.
Yeah.
When Brittany's father passed away, he didn't have life insurance. But to God be the glory, there was a lot of people, and shout out to everybody who helped out with that. But
He said,
to God be the glory out here. I was trying to scoot up, but yeah, to God be the glory on that, because shout out to everybody who did help out, because just to to bury him, not even have like the funeral at the church, and we just did outside. It was like almost $6,000. I think it was like $6,000.
It is shockingly expensive.
And that's what disgusts me is the fact that in these funeral homes is a doggone a genius. You literally having them pay for a casket, they about to throw dirt on.
That's the crazy thing about it, if you think about it this way. They're literally throwing it away. I'm paying $6.
I feel like it's the equivalent to buying a tux for your wedding.
Or the equivalent of buying trash bags for a trash
bag.
Go back into another trash can.
Like
but you get multiple bags, so you only get one casket. I want to me personally, I want to be able to have that casket dug back up, throw away the body, put me in there, and then we can reuse the casket. I need a reusable casket. Can we do that? Can we do that at funeral homes? Can we reuse caskets out here now?
You don't want to be burned?
Oh, I mean, honestly, I don't care what they do with my body. I'm gone.
You gone?
I'm going to be with the Lord.
With me, they do cremate me, then that's on them. They want to put me. I told my kids, look, you can personally just put me
in the ocean.
Look, you can personally put me in a U-Haul. Look, you can personally put me in a U-Haul box and put me in the ground. I'm good with that.
Look,
U-Haul box.
Was it
U-Haul box?
If I go, if Bakari or somebody go before y'all, if I go before any of you guys, I want one of those. We put me on your shoulders. I want the whole squad dancing out there. Yeah,
I'm telling you right now.
I want the whole squad. I want to put him. I want to be one more burden on him.
You better weigh at least about 150.
You better
suck all the blood. I just put his head in there. Just put his head in there. I promise you, I am not dancing. I'm
with
250 on my shoulder.
Will, I'm having specifically written out where I want everybody placed. I want Bakari in the back. Oh, be heavy on it one more time.
Just be petty.
All y'all gonna see is body falling out the casket.
That's gonna be death at a funeral. Death at a funeral.
Please, Lord, God forbid. We have a long life.
But one thing you was talking about that, I would like that thing that they do in what is it, Louisiana? Not Louisiana, it might be Louisiana.
What they doing about you?
Where they at a funeral, they'll go down the street and they'll dance. They won't dance with the casket, but they have like a big parade walking down the street.
That's too much dancing.
I mean, it's celebrating
every day. Nah,
it's celebrating.
Nah, too much, man.
Shaka already said he is not dancing.
Backing up traffic, bro. Nah, man.
What's it?
Go to your house and have a game night.
Nah, I have a game night. I want people to dance down the street though.
What they call it, the repast? Where they like, I don't know, a lot of black funerals or not black funerals. I've actually been white funerals that happen. Where they cook, like everybody, like after the funeral service, say everybody goes to cook something to eat.
Yeah.
I just asked, don't you make my favorite meal? Talk about he would have wanted this. Nah, they don't get to taste it. Nah. I want you to have cold chicken.
Nah, not the cold chicken.
Cold chicken.
Nah, man. I want y'all to eat, but I don't really care what they do with my body. They can plant me as a tree for all I care.
Oh, you want one of those people?
I wouldn't mind.
You want that Walt Disney playing, huh? You want to be frozen?
Me if you're gonna freeze me, I'm cool with that too. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have the money to do whatever I want with my body after I'm dead.
I feel that. I just think
to bring me back.
Again, long as my family, again, I already know they're gonna be hurt. But as long
Come
as
on, man.
they're not stressed about how they're going to financially do it, that's all I care about. Truly.
That's why I treat my kids like dirt now, so they can be happy when I'm gone.
Wow.
Nah, I'm joking.
Why is why parents should say that? Y'all gonna appreciate me when I'm gone. Look, I'm gonna be dead one day. But God, look, why we gotta take it there?
Is that tomorrow?
Crazy.
But nah, I mean, life insurance. I guess with me, the reason why I didn't have life insurance at the time was because I believe that I was gonna, like I said, live on forever. You know, at a young age, you feel invincible. I still feel young now, but I mean, you feel invincible. You don't realize. I didn't realize how quick death can fall upon you at such a random time until I had to deal with until we had to deal with Brittany's father. Even though he was, like I said, a little bit older, but still, just how random. It's not like it happens at the hospital all the time.
Yeah.
No, don't let these movies get you confused out here that you can only die in the hospital. Nah, it can happen. It can happen in your bedroom, in the shower. It can happen while you on a tour like
Listen,
Elvis.
I feel like recently we talked about too, and again, we're not making light of death or anything like that.
Nah,
We've
But
had
through
friends
death
like
comes
classmates, some younger, some older, our age,
Yeah.
are dropping left and it feels like left and right.
It feels like
And to me, that was kind of really scary. It was like, man, I don't have all the time that I think I do. So procrastination, Anthony, you dragging your feet is, I feel like even now, I kind of felt like a sense of urgency to maximize and live and love my family in such a way that, because I don't tomorrow's not promised.
Nope.
Right. And I know we say that as a cliche, but do you really think about that? Like, if something was happening to your loved ones, my bad.
Speaking to the mic, brother.
My bad. I'm pulling Bakari right here.
Hey, look.
If we was to really pass the next day, did you live your life to the fullest? Right? Did you do everything that you said that you wanted to do or accomplish?
There's always going to be regrets.
Regrets?
But why? But why do we still complain? So we always say, man, live your life to the fullest, man.
Because you have
Hey,
responsibility.
sit there. Look, you might not live tomorrow, so therefore we gotta take on the day. But we complain about the day.
I'm not living like I'm dying tomorrow.
But we complain about the day. So why not sit there and take that same golden nugget we just gave our friends or our family who's going through it, man? You don't know if you're gonna live tomorrow, but yeah, we out here. Man, this day sucked. Let me tell you, and I'm one of those people. I was one of those people. But now, like I said, it is hard to because you lose your mind sometimes in the situation.
Yeah.
More than letting it. Instead of you determine the situation, you let the situation determine you. So now, like, there's times that I do feel out of control. But then as I sit down and relax, I tell God, thank you. I don't say it every time, so don't think I'm this perfect type person. I'm not. But when I do come to the mind, when it does come to the mind, God, thank you. And how can I sit there and be better? How can I progress forward after this?
Right. That's a good way. I think that's a good way to wrap this up.
That's it. Hey, man, y'all be making y'all's beds in the morning?
Absolutely not. When I get up, I'm going.
Wow.
Absolutely
You
not.
make your bed, Bakari?
No.
Y'all be making y'all's
Because
bed?
my wife is still in the bed when I get out.
All right. Okay, so say if you got up after she did, would you make your bed?
No.
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 Hey, guys, I thought we was raising godly men out here. I'm pretty sure it says somewhere in the Bible to make your bed.
Oh, no.
All right?
Please, if it does, please, I want to know the scripture verse.
Where you make your bed here, huh?
You make your bed, you lie in
I
it.
will be there.
I think it's talking about your decision making.
Nah. God wouldn't talk about it if he wouldn't be where you
He
lying.
said,
He
look,
said,
thou
make your
shalt make
bed,
thy
man.
bed.
Make your beds in
What
the
if you
morning,
have
guys.
actually bed? What if I sleep on the grass outside?
Make your grass.
Make
then,
my pallet.
man. Cut your grass. Make your
What
bed.
does making your
If you-
bed have to do with anything?
Nothing.
It got to do with order.
Okay, I understand
It
that.
got to
It's-
do with order.
I
At the
heard
end
some
of a
people
long
say
day,
that-
you don't want to see an unmade bed.
Last thing
It gives you it gives me a sense of peace. When I walk into a bed.
walking into a bed that is made, there's something, I don't know what it's about, spiritually, that is so peaceful
looks good.
and relaxing. However,
is.
after a long day, sometimes that's the last thing I'm even thinking about too. I don't care less. Look,
When
I'm throwing these covers off.
I don't wake up early enough to make my bed.
Every day,
Be honest
it
with you,
takes you literally 2 minutes to make your.
I ain't gonna lie.
Imagine if you go to a 5-star hotel and the bed wasn't made.
I ain't paying for
You
it.
are
I'm not
upset.
paying for it. Like, are you not paying for my bed?
But you paying for where you sleep here. You paying rent, ain't you?
Yeah,
That just shows what's important. But I have heard somebody say this: the reason why I make my bed that way, I can at least say I accomplished something today.
Yes, that is my one bit of. It's like how you clean your kitchen. Every night, I hate cleaning my kitchen. I hate doing dishes
with all my heart.
I don't like waking up in the morning and enjoying my cup of coffee around chaos and madness and nonsense.
True that.
So every night before I go to bed by myself, I will straighten up the living room, straighten up the kitchen. So when I go downstairs by myself to enjoy time by myself, my kitchen is clean, my living room is clean.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
that.
I can see that. I can feel that.
I
Make
got
your
you, I
bed,
got you.
guys.
Make your bed.
Hey,
That's the word of the gym.
but man, what a great
podcast.
podcast
Make your
today,
bed.
man. I feel like we was really everywhere, but nowhere at the same time.
That's this is what y'all come for. All right.
Top
But nah,
socks out here.
Great
We're
podcast, y'all.
consistent. This is 12 weeks. That's for that's
Bro, we
3
being
months.
consistent out here with y'all.
Is that
Look
yeah,
here.
that's 3 months?
3 months
That's
we've
a
been
whole
giving
quarter.
y'all
That's a quarter of a
product out
year.
here.
Good job, my guy.
Giving y'all
for real.
product.
Go.
Hey, look here. We gonna look. We ain't gonna start charging y'all yet, but I'm telling y'all, if we blow up,
We hit 500 followers.
we blow
on the
up.
book.
Oh yeah, we
Book.
did hit the 500.
500.
Look for the 500 piece.
That's
We halfway to
1,000
the
piece.
1,000.
Anthony said when we hit 1,000, he's giving away $1,000 to one of our lucky followers. All right,
Huh?
so go ahead and hit that 1,000 as soon as we get to 1,000.
Is that a
That's
Zimbabwe?
the Zimbabwe dollars. Pesos?
Nah.
But now
man.
let's do this though.
We
Hey, let's
coming
do
in
this.
some money.
We're gonna do this on the podcast to the person. I guess to our.
Don't say the 1,000th
Person.
follower.
It's 1,000 followers.
Don't say the 1,000th follower.
There's no way to track that.
Now, if
You're
we
gonna have
get
to
to
randomly
1,000 followers, we'll do a like, share, and like, share, and comment, and their name will be put in the drawing. Whoever's name is drawing, we'll
Get
give them a
$100.
free. No, we'll give them a free pair of socks.
Free pops and socks.
Free
Not
pops
one.
and socks.
already.
Brand new.
It won't
You
be
get
with our
warned- you
name
get
on there, but
warned
you
from
know, it'd be
me.
like one of these, bad boys.
Maybe by
we
the
got
time
you.
we get 1,000, we'll have our own. Because we're gonna hit 1,000 a lot sooner than we get merch. So when that merch gets here, we got your.
Oh
back.
man,
got you.
just
got your
imagine
back.
walking around with our faces on you.
That's it. Well, I gotta get home. It's been real, guys. I love my wife. I love my brothers. I love you, dogs.
I love you too, man.
Hey,
love
I
y'all.
love you,
Don't
bro.
look at me in
Look,
my
if
eyes
you
like
watch
that,
past
dog.
few
Love you, man.
episodes, you know how big,
Look
how
at
a
my
couple of
eyes
made
like
shots,
that.
but he was trying to be intentional.
Hey, we love y'all though. Be breezy. Like I said, stay tuned for next week. We got something special for y'all. Be ready.
What is this? Y'all be saying that, but y'all ain't got nothing special.
We
Y'all
live
y'all-
every week is
Honestly,
special.
I was hoping something's
saying
gonna
you got
come up.
something special. Like,
Live.
hey, guys.
Every week is
Every
special, man.
special.
First of all,
Don't
we're trying to
worry,
end this
we
podcast
coming with that
in the
real
last
heat.
15 minutes though.
Anyway, we love you.
I'm hoping it
guys.
didn't shut off.
Peace out.
Hey, peace out, y'all.